Have you ever wished there was like a manual for life? A real science-based blueprint to get you through all the big milestones? Well, believe it or not, the ancient sages in Sanatana Dharma actually created one. They designed this incredible series of rituals called sanskars, basically a roadmap to guide and protect a person from before they're even born, all the way to their final rite. So let's dive right into this remarkable system.
So first things first, what exactly is a sanskar? Well, at its core, it's a practice of purification and refinement. Think of it this way. These rituals are designed to take a person who is, raw and help them become more cultured, more useful, and really just better prepared for a peaceful and purposeful life. Now you might be surprised to hear this, but some ancient texts mention as many as 40 different sanskars. Wow! Over time, though, things got a bit more focused. Today, key scriptures like the Vyasa Smriti really zero in on these 16 primary sanskars, a pretty comprehensive map for all the essential stages of human life. And that's the map we're going to be following today. Okay, so here's our plan. We're going to journey through this blueprint chronologically. We'll start before birth, move through childhood and education, and then finally look at adulthood and beyond.
All right, our journey begins where all life does, in the womb. The first set of sanskars are incredibly focused. They're all about protecting, nurturing, and welcoming a new life into the world with just an amazing amount of intention and care.
The very first one, Garbhodhan, literally means placing the seed. This is a preconception ritual that focuses on the physical and mental health of both parents, just to create the absolute best conditions for a child. Next up is Punzavan, a ceremony around the third month of pregnancy that uses Ayurvedic cactuses to protect both mom and baby. And finally, there's Seemantananyan, which means parting the hair, and it's a big celebration for the mother later in her pregnancy.
And this is where things get really cool. Look at the parallel between the ancient Seemantanyan ceremony and the modern baby shower. I mean, sure, the details are different, grooming the wife's hair versus cutting a cake, but the core idea, it's exactly the same. It's all about celebrating the mother and the new life on its way. It's a truly timeless tradition.
Okay, so after birth, the Jata karma is performed. This is when the father blesses the newborn and their birth horoscope is created. Then, about 10 days later, you have the Namakarana, which is the formal naming ceremony. And then comes Nishkrimana, which is the child's very first introduction to the outside world, to the sun and the moon. How beautiful is that?
All right, now we're moving into childhood. This next set of sanskars is all about marking a child's early physical and intellectual development. Really, it's all about celebrating those firsts.
Each of these milestones has a really specific purpose. Annaprashana is the first time the baby eats solid food, meant to nourish both body and mind. Chudakarma, or Mundan, is the first haircut, which is for cleanliness and also to promote good hair growth. Karnaveda is ear piercing, which Ayurvedic texts believed had certain health benefits. And finally, Vijayarambha marks the official start of education right there at home.
So, with a good foundation of learning at home, the child is now ready for a more formal education. This next set of sanskars maps out a very structured journey through what's called the Brahmacharya Ashram, the life of a student, all the way from admission to graduation.
This educational path is just brilliantly laid out. Yajnapavid is the admission ceremony, where the student enters the Gurukul, or school. Then Vidyarambha marks the official start of the curriculum, with a focus on the Vedas and other sciences. Keshant is a ritual that signifies, okay, studies are complete, and it marks the transition out of student life. And finally, you have Samavartana, which is basically the graduation or convocation ceremony, where the teacher blesses the student to return home and start the next chapter.
Okay, so education's complete. The individual is now ready to take on their societal responsibilities. These last two sanskars guide them through the biggest transitions of adult life, partnership, and of course, the final journey.
After graduating from the Gurukul, the Vivaha, or marriage sanskar, marks a major life transition. And this isn't just about a wedding ceremony. It's the formal shift from brahmacharya, the life of a student, to grihastha, the life of a householder, with all the family and societal duties that come with it. It's really seen as a foundational pillar for a stable society.
And this brings us to the 16th and final sanskar, Antyeshti, the funeral rites. The philosophy behind cremation in Sanatana Dharma is really profound. As this quote illustrates so beautifully, fire is seen as a purifier. It separates the physical body from the subtle body, the mind and soul, allowing it to continue its journey back to the divine.
So, when you step back and look at the whole thing, from a preconception health plan to a philosophy for the end of life, the 16 Sanskars offer a truly comprehensive map for the human experience. And it kind of leaves us with a fascinating question to ponder, doesn't it? Whether we're talking about an ancient Sanskar or a modern-day birthday party, how do these rituals, these marked moments in time, give structure and deeper meaning to all of our lives?